Good afternoon, students. Previous class discussed about some of the great personalities, those who are represented in the Indian Constituent Assembly. So, we learnt with a brief information, for example, about Dr. Rajendra Prasad was later became the first president of independent India, and also Sri Jaipal Singh. So later was actually became the founder of the Jharkhand party, and also we learnt about respected H.C. Mukherjee. After that, I mean later after independence, was became the governor of West Bengal, and also Srimati G. Durgabai Deshmukh. So later onwards was became the founder chairperson of Central Social Welfare Board, and also Shri Baldev Singh Ji was became a defense minister in the Union Cabinet. See, like that we studied so many the great personalities, and also K.M. Munshi was a great Indian historian and later was became the founder of the Swatantra Party, and we all of you knows that was became a chairperson of a drafting committee, was well known as the chief architect of our Indian Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar or Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. So I hope dear students, you all of you knows very well about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and it is not necessary to explain about it because he was one of the world popular personality and was contributed a lot for our country. Even though I would like to give a small information about Sri Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar was well known as the chief architect of our Indian Constitution. So, dear students, Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar was born in 1891 and he was died in 1956. So, he was born in Madhya Pradesh, and dear students, he was the chairperson of the drafting committee, and he was one of the greatest social revolutionary thinker and agitator against the caste divisions and caste based inequalities. Later, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was became the law minister in the first cabinet of post independence India, and also he was the founder of Republican Party of India. Now we are going to get a light information about Sham Prasad Mukherjee. Sri Sham Prasad Mukherjee, he was born in 1901 and he was died in 1951. So he was born in West Bengal and he was became a minister of industry and supply in the interim government. He was one of the great educationists and also the great lawyer. So later, Sham Prasad Mukherjee, he was founded, and even he was the founder president of Bharatiya Janasangha. Now, let us know about Somnath Lahiri. Sri Somnath Lahiri, he was born in 1901 and was died in 1984. He was born in West Bengal. He was one of the popular writer and editor, and also was a leader of the Communist Party of India. Later, he was became a member of West Bengal Legislative Assembly. So he was also contributed a lot in this process. And you all of you knows that Uzi was well known as the Nightingale of India or Nightingale of our country, Srimati Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu, she was born in 1817 and she was died in 1949. So Srimati Sarojini Naidu, she was born in Andhra Pradesh. She was the great poet, writer, and political activist, and among the foremost women leaders in the Congress also. And later, she was became a governor of Uttar Pradesh. She was well known as the Nightingale of India. And now I would like to tell about the another one most important, the great personality of our country who was Sri Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru was born in 1889 and he was died in 1964. So he was born in Uttar Pradesh, and all of you knows that he was the first prime minister of in the interim government. He was the great lawyer and the Congress leader also, an advocate of socialism, democracy, and anti-imperialism. Then afterwards, he was became a first prime minister of independent India, and he was composed about our India, the great book which was well known as the Discovery of India. So it was composed by Jawaharlal Nehru. So, dear students, so I told in the previous session there were so many people, those who are contributed a lot. So, but we can't go through all the personalities in a deep way. Just we are focusing only some of the a few characters, those who are framed our Indian Constitution and contributed a lot for Constitution. Now let us discuss about the guiding values of the Indian Constitution. Guiding values of Indian Constitution. See, dear students, in this book, in this year, we shall study the exact provisions of the Indian Constitution on different subjects. At this stage, let us begin by understanding the overall philosophy of what our Constitution is all about. The philosophy of our Constitution, that means, so what our Constitution is all about, that philosophy, the overall philosophy. We are trying to understand the philosophy of our Indian Constitution. See, We can do this in two ways to understand. So, one thing that is about in the two ways, we can understand it by reading the views of some of our major leaders in our constitution. This is what one way to understand about our constitution. So, by reading the views of some of our major leaders on our constitution. But it is equally important to read what the constitution says about its own philosophy. Are you getting now? So it is equally important to read what the constitution says about its own philosophy. Its own philosophy. So this is what the preamble to the constitution does. The preamble to the constitution does. See, dear students, the preamble, it is there now, it is actually by studying, by reading, by knowing the preamble of the respective country's constitution, so we can understand and we can get some ideas or we can imagine about that respective country's constitution how it is. ಅದು ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ we no need to go through the entire in a deep way. Just if we read thoroughly, we can understand, we can think, we can get the knowledge of the philosophy of the constitution, and as well as we are able to know about what is going to say. So dear students, preamble is there now. It is like the summary of the constitution. So on the entire samvidhana, whether that is the smaller one or the bigger one, ಈ ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಬಲ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಸೊ ಅದು ಸಮಹರಿ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ, ಆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಸಾರಾಂಶ ಇದ್ದಾಗೆ. ಒಟ್ಟು ಸಾರಾಂಶವನ್ನ ಕೆಲವೇ ಕೆಲವು ಸಾಲುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಕೆಲವೇ ಕೆಲವು ಲೈನ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿದಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಫುಲ್. So by studying the preamble of any country's constitution, so we are able to know and we are able to understand what is that constitution and how is that constitution and the vision of the constitution very clearly, dear students. Now let us discuss about the dream and the promise. The dream and the promise. The dream and the promise. See, some of you may have noticed a name missing from the sketches of the makers of the constitution. Anybody, can you guess whose name that was? We may miss, we may not see in that constituent assembly, or somebody you may expect, why this great personality name, it was not there, or even so he was not participated in the constituent assembly while making, because was played a significant role, a vital role in the national freedom struggle. Anybody, can you guess who was that character? He was none other than Mahatma Gandhiji. He was not a member of the Constituent Assembly. But we know that the contribution of Mahatma Gandhiji in the freedom struggle movement, from the beginning to, so it's really very curious. because was played a vital role, a significant role in the freedom struggle movement. So was not actually the member of the Constituent Assembly. So at there were many members. There were many members who followed his vision. There were so many the followers of the Gandhiji. Those who are called as Gandhian. ಸೊ ಗಾಂಧಿಯ ವಿಚಾರಧಾರೆಗಳನ್ನ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಹಲವಾರು ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರು. ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಗಾಂಧಿಯನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಗಾಂಧಿವಾದಿಗಳು. ಸೊ ಹೂ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ವೆಲ್ the vision of the Mahatma Gandhiji. So those followers, there were many members in the Constituent Assembly who followed his vision. Years ago, writing in his magazine Young India in 1931, he had spelt on. He had actually, you all of you knows that the magazine, which was actually written by Mahatma Gandhiji, which was well known as Young India in 1931. So he had spelled out what he wanted the constitution to do. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಲೇಖನದಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಗಝಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಂಗ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಕಟಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಅವರು ಬಹಳ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟು ಡೂ. So it was very clear in that Young India, which was published in 1931 in the name of Young India by Mahatma Gandhi. See, the dream is there now. So he was actually exposed the vision of Mahatma Gandhi, the dream of the Mahatma Gandhi. So it was spelled out through the magazine. See, this dream of an India that has eliminated inequality was shared by Dr. Ambedkar. See, this dream of an India that was eliminated inequality was shared by Dr. Ambedkar, who played a key role in the making of the constitution, but he had a different understanding of how inequalities could be removed. ಬಹುಶಃ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ಸೊ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ BR ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರ ವಿಷನ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಇಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ತೊಡೆದು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ವಿಷನ್. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಿದಂತಹ ರೀತಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಸಾಧಿಸಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೋದಂತಹ ಆ ವಿಧಾನ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್. The way of Mahatma Gandhiji and the way of Dr. BR Ambedkar is too different. So he often bitterly criticized Mahatma Gandhiji and his vision. So Dr. BR Ambedkar, he was bitterly criticized Mahatma Gandhi's and his notion. ಸೊ ದ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯವರ ವಿಷನ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯವರ ಆ ನೋಷನ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಇಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ, ಹೌ ಟು ರಿಮೂವ್, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ತದ್ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅವರು ಬಹಳ ಟೀಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಟು ದ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ, he stated his anxiety very clearly. ಸೊ ಅವರ ವಿಚಾರಧಾರೆಗಳನ್ನ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಬಹಳ ವಿವರವಾಗಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರ ತಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯವನ್ನ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯವರ ವಿಷನ್ ಏನಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಅವರು ಆ ವಿಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರು ವಿರೋಧವನ್ನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲಿ, ಸೊ let us turn to Jawaharlal Nehru's giving his famous speech to the Constituent Assembly at the stroke of midnight on August 15, 1947. Are getting now? So we know that the process how the British people, I mean the British administration, hand over the powers to the Indian leaders. So Jawaharlal Nehru giving is a famous speech to the Constituent Assembly at the stroke of midnight of August 15th, 1947. In that speech, the powerful speech which was delivered by Jawaharlal Nehru at the midnight on August 15, 1947. See, this is what I mean, the dreams and the promises. I hope dear students got this point. Now, let us discuss about philosophy of the Constitution. Philosophy of the Constitution. See, values that inspired and guided, values that inspired and guided the freedom struggle and were in turn nurtured by it, formed the foundation for India's democracy. The values which were inspired and guided the freedom struggle and were in turn nurtured by it form the foundation for India's democracy. See, these values are embedded in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. They guide all the articles of the Indian Constitution. The Constitution begins with a short statement of its basic values. So, this is called the preamble to the Constitution. I already told about the significance of the preamble. It is like the summary of the Constitution. So, taking the inspiration from American model, most countries in the contemporary world have chosen to begin their constitution with a preamble. Are getting dear students? So, by taking American Constitution as a model, so the most of the countries in the contemporary world, so they were actually began their constitution with a preamble. Now, let us read the preamble of our constitution and I will get more information and the values and philosophy of our Indian constitution in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.